This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando.
Hey, this is SwagDean with Dice Commando, and today we are talking GenCon 2024. If you are unaware, the ARH team has had a presence at GenCon now for at least 3 years, and if you wanted to come out and join us this year, you could roll some chunky dice and have a good time. And that's correct. You heard us. I will be at GenCon for the first time ever. So there's a variety of events going on. I have them here next to my head. There are 4 events. We have FFG Standard, so it's the last meta from when FFG was running things. If you have any of those old cards and decks built, you can dust them off and bring them out for this event on Thursday morning. On Friday morning, we have Smash, which of course was designed here at Dice Commando. We have the ARH Standard World Championship, which is on Saturday. And then Saturday night, for the first time ever, IRL, Dice Commando's own Dicey Companions, designed by yours truly, will be having an event where you can draft with people, and it's going to be really exciting. I will be at the Smash and Dicey Companion events for certain, and there'll be some other content creators there if you wanted to meet Tank from Scum of Villainy, people from the Sons of Mandalore, on the Censors, all that. There will be some people around, so you can meet some of the finest of people in the world of Destiny, many of whom I'm looking forward to meeting in person. A lot of these people I've been friends with since before COVID, and we'll finally get to meet them, which I'm looking forward to. And there are some sweet prizes available. They have shown some of the prizes for the World Championship on Saturday. I think they will have a prize wall and some other things you can get from the other events, but let's show off some of these cards. So first, just for participating and playing through all the rounds, you can get this sweet Dengar card with Baby Yoda in tow. If you make it to top cut, there's a Bo-Katan for you, which is a pretty good reason to hustle yourself up to the top. And of course, if you can win it all, there's a sweet playmat from the Grand Championships with our some of our favorite Mandalorians. So that's while FFG has kind of walked away from this game, slid into their unlimited game. You can still come out and roll some chunky dice and try to get some sweet swag. Now, I did want to spend some time, especially because these things are close to my heart, talking about how Smash is going to be a little different this year. So I'm going to transition here over to TTS. We are doing the what I call the competitive format of drafting for Smash. What that entails is that instead of doing like a draw 3, ban 1 or something like that, you and your opponent are going to get 6 decks, and you're going to draft between them. So you'll roll a dice, flip a coin, whatever, and then the person who wins that is going to choose to either pick first or automatically win the battlefield rolled off, which can also be impactful. And then you will take turns drafting from the 6 decks that you have chosen. What we're hoping this will avoid is people feeling like they keep getting stuck with less desirable decks, like the Gungans or the Ewoks, or decks that they perceive to be maybe less synergistic or maybe harder to pilot, and more likely to get a pairing that feels better with this format. That does change things, though, because a lot of decks that you kind of hate to see in a draw 3 ban 1 kind of format can become really scary when you can more, you know, wisely choose their pairings. So a great example would be Leia Organa. She's pretty much a mill only character. You can use her for focus sides and things like that, but you're generally going to fall behind because she doesn't do any natural damage if your win condition is damage. In a draw 3 ban 1, she's pretty tough to pair with anybody really well, unless it's a character that can also mill. And in this case, you're going to have a lot more to choose from. If you can get Leia and pilot Vader, K2, Krennic, and especially Jabba, then she's devastating. You're definitely going to lose to mill if you let your opponent have Jabba Leia. So there are things to be mindful of there. Where characters maybe are normally slept on in the format can get really scary when you let them have like an ideal pairing. Chewbacca would be another example. Chewbacca with a modifier and a pay side and all that. If you can't get him with a scoundrel with guns or whatever, then he's pretty terrible. But if your first pick is Han Solo and then Chewbacca's sitting out there, well, suddenly he's a really high health character with lots of cool tricks, and he becomes much more viable. So just try to be mindful of like god pairings. Most people I think will try to keep their opponent from putting together Reylo or something along those lines, but there are definitely, every character has like an ideal mate, and try to be mindful of what those would be and try to get them yourself or keep your opponent from putting those together. I would say that almost every deck has a line of play. They were built to do that. And I think sometimes people aren't thinking about what decks are designed to do enough and try to force them into like force synergy into maybe the character they like more. So characters like, let's talk about the Gungans. The Gungans actually can be very competitive if you lean into what they do. They start with more health than most decks. They start with 3 dice, which is more than most decks. You can turn that die advantage into blowing up your opponent's ramp with a card like Vandalize. You get soft mitigation from Jar Jar, and built-in soft mitigation is not something that you often will find in Smash. So if you lean into what the Gungans do well, you can get more mileage out of them. So when you get a deck, try to familiarize yourself with what does it do well. Does it, and what kind of synergies? Obviously, you're always looking for those, but they are designed for certain big plays and potential. So just be mindful of those and try not to force them into something that they're not. If you're not sure what to pick first, you can always go with high health characters are typically going to be good. There are a couple like Hera and Asajj that start at 9, which have a little bit of a disadvantage, something that you have to try to compensate for. With Hera, you can get her ship and start shielding up, things like that. But if you can get a character like Old Man Luke or Iden, somebody that starts with 12, that's inherently just good. Any decks that have built-in soft mitigations like K2, where you can re-roll, Poe or Ayla, who can turn dice, those kinds of abilities are very strong. Any kind of ping damage, so Dengar, the first Ray, those kind of decks can also be really good. And then focus sides are stronger in this format, so characters that bring them, like Tarful, can definitely perform very well for you. And like I said, don't be scared of modifiers, pay sides, as long as you can marry them well. But I would not usually make a character like Bosk, Chewbacca, things like that as first choices. They definitely have good pairings as your second choice, where you can lean into them. But like I said, I think for your first choice, base sides, high health, any built-in abilities would be great. That's always a strong place to start when you are putting together your Smash pairing. So we have the Dice Commando team with like Sparks Nevada have reputation on the line, and like I said, since I helped create at least the third phase and some of the expansions to Smash, there's going to be some pride on the line at Smash at GenCon, so feel free to come out here and try to wipe us off the map. But I am really looking forward to rolling some dice with people here at GenCon. I recommend signing up for these events. They're, at the moment, none of them are sold out, but Smash historically does. And the Dicey Companion event, just because of the logistics of for Smash and Dicey, we're all of the resources are being provided. You don't have to print or bring anything for those events. But the logistics for the Dicey Companion event is tougher, so it has got a harder cap on the number of people who can participate. So if you want to get into those events, I would recommend signing up here soon so that you can make sure you get a spot to roll some dice with us. I really look forward to meeting anybody there who is coming out. I hope you will join us at GenCon 2024. And if not, you can always just go commando.